All right, can you guys hear us? Is everything good? Waiting for the chat to catch up here. Looks like you guys had some time to introduce yourselves to one another and really get to know each other while you were waiting for us to sort out our technical difficulties.
Haunted French pancakes give me the crepes. The crepes.
Okay, I had the address wrong, or the stream key thing wrong. So anyway, now we should be good, right? Everything good? Can everybody hear us? Okay. Remember what I look like here. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. It's me previewing my stream and it's coming out of the speakers. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Yes, they can hear us. All right. Excellent. So today we're gonna just listen to the new episode again, or well.
For the first time, maybe.
Yeah, possibly for the first time for you guys.
I don't think I've heard it.
You haven't heard it? No, you were on the phone while.
Oh yeah, but I haven't heard it when it was done. With all of my bullshit cut out.
Okay. So.
Settle, yeah.
Settle.
You seem to be broadcasting from the void.
Oh, because of the black background? Or because of something we're doing wrong?
Oh.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Hi, Carla. We'll get to that while you're... She said hi?
Hi.
Okay. So,
Thanks
let's
for
see.
staying up, Carla.
Yeah.
I know it's late. With your cute face.
I'm trying to remember how we did this last time. I know that, for episode 1 we were doing sort of a director's commentary. This one's a little more fresh, so I probably don't have as much to say about it. So I guess we can just get into it, and we'll keep an eye on the chat and see what you guys are saying, because we're hanging out. All right. So here's episode 73.
Kakos Industries is ad-free, and that's how we would like to keep it. To help us out, please head to kakosindustries.com/Kickstarter to pledge on our current campaign. If that's not your thing, or you're hearing this after June 17th, 2017, then head to kakosindustries.com/Patreon to help us keep making this show.
What you are about
Spoilers,
to hear
Nicole.
is 20 minutes of fingers popping.
Hello and welcome to the Kakos Industries corporate shareholder announcement.
This is my college
At
name
Kakos
again.
Industries, we help our clients to do evil better. I am Corindeeth III, CEO. Once we help our clients
You
to do
gotta
evil
pause
better,
it.
they
Yeah,
in
that's
turn
true.
help everyone on the planet to do evil better, whether they know it or not. We like to sneak that evil in everywhere so no one can go any length of time without being at all complacent in our workings. We make it impossible for anyone, no matter how hard they try, to be truly good, except those totally off the grid types, but they're evil for other reasons. Kakos Industries is hard at work making everything you consume evil. Kakos Industries makes every service you hire more evil. If you can look around you where you are and spy something that doesn't have a tinge of evil in it, then we have a surprise for you. Kakos Industries is the evil of choice, and you choose to invite more evil into your heart and home at every avenue. For that, we thank you, shareholders. And having said all of that, I am perhaps a little bit embarrassed to share with you all now that we're probably not in the darkest universe after all. I know I made a big deal out of it last time, but I mean, come on, look around you. How is this not the darkest universe? At least I can feel comfortable knowing that those other Korans were also not in the darkest universe. As the saying goes, there's always someone with a bigger dick, and in this case, there's always a darker universe. Still, I think we can take pride in our work here. Just as it is better to have a dick that actually fits places, perhaps it is better to be in a universe that hasn't totally extinguished all light. That means we still have work to do. While we are working on ways to do evil without goodness in the frame of reference at all, the best evil is still that which affects the good. I am told that many of our employees have removed their eye patches and robotic limbs, the ones that don't usually have them, that is. You know, if this isn't the darkest universe, then what is? Is there a universe out there without any matter at all? No literal light? No life? I mean, let's be honest, life is pretty evil. But maybe no life is somehow more evil? I'm going to need a philosopher to hash this out. Today's broadcast is coming to you from an annoying and awkward Bluetooth earpiece that we are now.
What are you trying to say?
So if we talk though, like I've heard people do live streams where they have it going and then they talk, like they can say something briefly, but it doesn't really affect it. Do we have to be?
No. I
quiet
had it set to duck the audio. It's just that, you know, anything.
What do you mean? What's ducking the audio? I don't even know what that means.
All right, so if we go back a little bit, where are we right here? Okay, so
Universe.
you'll notice as I'm talking,
Is there a
that
universe
dips
out
way
there
down.
without any matter at all?
Oh, so anytime we talk, it just.
literal light,
Oh no, so that
no
doesn't
life.
work. Okay.
I mean,
No,
let's
well,
be
I mean,
honest.
so that way, if we want to say anything,
to
it's
pause it. Okay.
yeah. Also, I'm sorry, I was laughing. Okay, so I had to vomit, but now I'm back.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Oh no.
We appreciate your dedication to being here.
Feel better.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, that's I don't remember where we were, so.
Today's broadcast is coming to you from an annoying and awkward Bluetooth earpiece that we are now insisting that you wear for the remainder of the broadcast. The Bluetooth earpiece is from Herald Electronics, a company that specializes in crafting the finest audio equipment for keeping in touch, communicating the true detail of the human voice, uniting Scandinavia, and also making you look like just the worst kind of person.
This is the most evil
kind of
radio
person
yet.
That doesn't care that their phone conversation is causing everyone around them distress. The kind of person that might even be chewing while they're on the phone. The type of person we at Kakos Industries would have no trouble taking credit for. And now you, dear shareholders, have to keep this device in your ear for the remainder of this broadcast. And let me tell you, you look ridiculous. I am told that the audio quality on this device is pretty okay. Monophonic, to be sure. What do you think, Soundman? You got to play with one, right? He's giving me an emphatic thumbs down. I believe now he is indicating that this device somehow made him softer. I've felt it, shareholders, during routine examinations. Soundman is giving me another emphatic thumbs down. Well, I don't like it any more than you do, but I have to check. The shareholders need to know, and the employees as well. People need to know. I wish it hadn't come to this, shareholders, but we made it a little collar that would alert us the minute he became aroused again, and he refused to wear it. This is the alternative. We all have to live with the consequences of our actions, Soundman. I should remind those of you listening to all of this penis talk that these announcements are strictly for Kakos Industries shareholders. If you're not a shareholder, then I doubt you care at all if Soundman Steven has an erection. And also, this earpiece will explode in your ear, leaving you dead. There it goes. Not a whole lot of warning on that one. So the water festival sucked again. Apparently they couldn't just ride that wave of nationalism into their own ruin, and they had to elect the other person. What the hell? I mean, we were spending so much on advertising down there. How could we have gone wrong? They definitely weren't on board for the Darkest Universe. The division of magic mycology was definitely on board for the Darkest Universe, though. I don't know about you shareholders, but I think I might still be feeling the effects of whatever it is they gave us during the Earth Festival. I mean, it was definitely a mushroom, and it definitely had some crazy effects. When I first took it, I was on one of the more peaceful lawns here at Kakos with many of you. Slowly, I noticed the world around me beginning to breathe as though even the dirt were alive. Then I felt myself growing moss all over my body, but I didn't mind. The moss was nice. Then I was the moss. I felt a great peace come over me as I realized that my entire life would just be collecting moisture from the air and soil around me and turning limited sunlight into energy. I felt my higher faculties slipping away, but I didn't care. The process of turning carbon dioxide and sunlight into stored energy was far too pleasurable for me to worry about anything like thinking.
I don't know what a dick down
And
is.
so that process went on. My eyes could no longer see,
Yeah,
but I could feel the
what?
sun shining down on me from above. 2 weeks of sunrises and sunsets passed.
Is a flaccid penis anything other than a thumbs down anyway? I'm speaking to the comment section here. Emphatic dick down.
Moss is really cool. I love moss.
Yeah.
So is there a way that people can see the comment section when they're watching this later?
Yeah, it's burned into the
It's
screen
burned in
there.
there. Okay. Even though I don't know why it would take a lot of patience to sit and read the comments
As
just
they're
to hear our
scrolling
shitty commentary.
to know what we're talking about.
No one cares, Hannah.
Okay. All right.
Moss
so-
graffiti is cool to look at, though.
I was moss.
Moss
I
is
did
always
moss.
cool.
I felt moss. Moss. And when I awoke, I was photocopying my hand in the print services room. I was naked and covered in mud. An employee asked me if I was okay. I looked down at my body. I said no, and that I was going to need a shower immediately. I slipped, or perhaps slopped, my way up to my office where I have a luxurious shower, complete with multiple shower heads and a rainfall setting. It'll also give you a hand job if you're into that. Boy, does it want to give me a hand job. It wants to give me a hand job so badly that I want to know what it's heard about me. Anyway, I dried off and put on a spare suit I keep in the office. Then I sat down at my desk and got to work again. I did maybe 3 hours worth of work, and around the time that I was getting hungry, the Tabithas came into the room. This
I wish I
is
was
not
moss
an
too.
unusual occurrence. They often come into my office to tease me or sometimes just scream at me for like 10 minutes before collapsing on my floor in a red wine stupor. This time was different. I felt somehow refreshed from the experience of being moss, and I thought that maybe I would entertain these ladies the way that they so desperately wanted me to. They sat on my lap at the desk and each kissed me softly on the cheek. I felt a fire rise within me that I'm usually not comfortable experiencing at work. I'll save you the details, but when we finished, Tabitha said, "That was amazing. The best ever, maybe." And you know what else? I had to concede that I didn't know what else. She leaned in closer and whispered in my ear, "You're still tripping balls right now." I shook myself awake on the Kakos Industries lawn. I did not appear to have moved at all since I took the drugs. And then, over the course of who knows how long, I woke up maybe 6 more times. One time I was a housewife dressed in classic Americana who nearly forgot to start dinner. Another time I spent an entire lifetime on a distant planet as an iron weaver, with an astronomy hobby, trying to prevent a nova from destroying my civilization. I learned to play the flute as well. Another time, I was
that's
just a
fine.
clown having sex with a bunch of other clowns. To be totally honest with you shareholders, I'm not even certain that this broadcast is happening right now. I could still be under the effects of that mystery mushroom, though it has been a few days since I've been startled awake, so this is probably real. I told the Tabithas about what I dreamt, and they were pretty mad. The weird thing is, I can still play that flute melody. I definitely experienced the nudity festival, but it was in one of my hallucinations. I've been told that the rest of you did as well. Some of you even woke up dyed fun colors like we promised. That is some next level shit we put together right there. I'm honestly so impressed and proud of the division of Dionysia. Coming up, we have the festivals of...
Someone said that they listened to Night Vale High, and then Jason said that, and then the next comment is it's good to listen to on a commute. And I'm like, don't smoke and listen to any podcast high
On your commute.
Don't what do they call that when you're space tripping, or is it like when you're driving and you're high? It's space cruising. Don't
I'm
space
not
cruise and
familiar.
podcast. It's not safe.
Yeah, probably shouldn't drive on any sort of
No,
mind-altering
don't do it.
substances.
Even though, like, that's not what they were saying, but I just thought that was a funny idea. Just, like, space cruising, listening to Kakos. I'm glad we're all the figments of Corin's high.
Yeah, Nicole, we do need to see Corin as an American housewife.
Fan art.
All right, let's get back into it.
Innovation and quiet evils. I hope you are prepared for a big nasty robot fight, followed by an event where we take the time to appreciate the simpler evils. I visited Jasmine Ashna and the Division of Erotic Experiences again recently to check on the progress down there. Jasmine confided in me that during her trip at the Earth Festival, she hallucinated that we already had this conversation and went over the updates. I did not hallucinate that, so I insisted that we go over them again. I don't know how best to communicate this to you shareholders. The test subjects, and there are a lot of them this time, are seemingly enjoying sex more.
I'm never gonna complain if you want to draw Corin that looks like me, but that's up to you.
I feel like he probably, I don't know. I always imagine him with Conrad-esque hair, but that's because I love your hair. And I don't like, I mean, he's a very uptight person, Corin, and Conrad, but like Corin is very uptight, so I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe it would be a nice contrast if his hair wasn't super uptight and businessy, but...
I think he has maybe the bun from Better Off Ted, the power bun, right?
Corin has a man bun?
Portia de Rossi's power bun. You don't
Maybe
have to
Corin
draw
is
that.
just Portia
I
de
shouldn't-
Rossi.
I shouldn't be giving you guys ideas. Let's get back into this.
But only insofar
no long
they
pony
enjoy
face.
adding notches to their tallies. It seems like every time they have sex with a new partner, they give themselves a new mark in a notebook, and they are all competing to see who can amass the most marks. This is strange because they are all having sex with each other, so they are all helping out the competition. And beyond that, it doesn't seem like they're enjoying sex for any other reason than the notch
I
itself.
want my own...
Jasmine tells me that they periodically have to wipe their memories because otherwise they won't have sex with each other again. Now, shareholders, it's not my place to shame anyone for their sexual habits, but having sex with a person once is easy. If they want to have sex with you again, then that's when you know you did something right the first time. And if you never try for that second time, then you're missing out on valuable feedback. According to Jasmine's notes, the sex the subjects are having is terrible. I feel like they have fallen short of making a pill that increases sex drive. Certainly, the subjects are having sex, and more sex than usual, but the sex is bad. I told her to keep some samples of this drug because it's clearly doing something evil, but that it isn't what we talked about. She said, "That's what you said." in
Hand
my
holding a laser
hallucination."
pistol.
Like in his eyeball?
I asked her how her hallucination went. She said that I went down on her for 3 hours and
I love
cooked
that.
her dinner. I got a memo from Meredith Gorgoro down in hell. It just said, cock push-ups. Thoughts?
Please send us all the
She's
Corin
a fitness
headcanon
expert,
drawings.
So I told her to go with her gut. Her hard,
Especially these.
chiseled gut. Shareholders, have you been enjoying your ride-sharing services? I certainly hope so. If you weren't aware, yes, we are responsible for those. How could we not be? They don't come in cheaper than a cab by paying their employees a living wage. It's true. Every time you set foot in one of these vehicles and you don't leave a sizable tip, you are effectively taking advantage of the mathematically challenged. They might not realize that after the depreciation of their car and the cost of gas, they're left with a fraction of the minimum wage. At the same time, the companies they work for are raking in literal billions of dollars, which they're putting towards being at the forefront of automation, which is going to put a lot of humanity in a tricky situation in the future. Well, that wasn't enough for us. It's not enough that humans would be willing to be independent contractors that occasionally get screwed over by the companies they work for. So we've recently been lobbying to legally allow humans to rent themselves to employers as machinery. This will also solve employment problems all across the globe. If your job is in danger of automating, then become a machine and help the process. For much less money. But still, some money. Probably not much, though. We all know that automation is coming for us. Well, maybe not me. But when automation does come for us, we will be at the mercy of those who own the robots. Because let's face it, they won't really need us for anything anymore. But then workers can become legally machinery rented to the companies, keeping them from becoming leeches on the system. And I hear that the owners take really good care of their machinery.
They can listen to the episode anytime. You can say whatever
You
you
can
want.
say stuff? Okay. I'm not sure what
They say
if
that
I'm messing up the
evil is
recording by
seeing the
saying
glass
things.
as
But I
half
feel like
We at Kakos
Haley would
like to
definitely be
remind
down to
you that
making
the atomic
to make
level
flower
of
crowns,
glass
but they would
is rarely
not
at the halfway mark.
look like
So
flower
no matter
crowns.
what you say, you're wrong.
There would be some rat skulls in there or
These things
something.
We're taking credit for now. Today we're taking credit for
Repurposed.
gin juice, old fashions, and the dark mega guzzle thumper. That's a drink of our own creation, and it will seriously fuck you up. If you happen to disagree with what we've taken credit for, then we invite you to try the dark mega guzzle thumper. That'll sort you out quickly.
Simon Stevens' dick has like a variety of flower crowns made by Haley.
Sammy C has won today's Ruin a Life drawing. Sammy C has selected King Kin as his nemesis, and as a result, we will not rest until King Kin's life is ruined. The Wheel of Misery spun for quite a while before it landed on Homemade. This is a fun one, shareholders. From this day forward, King Kin will only have things that are homemade. While this might not seem like the worst situation, keep in mind that a lot of things should not be homemade. Cell phones, dental floss, condoms. King Kin will be unable to purchase anything pre-made from a store.
Sure, she could manage some pretty crowns too.
For good measure.
O'Keefe flower crowns. O'Keefe
Appreciate
is
homemade
amazing.
things less. Good luck accepting thoughtful gifts in the future, Sam.
She never thought they looked like
Congratulations
vaginas.
on the win.
Mildly vagina. Haley has a flower crown for her vagina, for her vulva.
There's actually
End of today's
the art
analysis,
assignment does a
shareholders.
thing on
In a few moments, and not
O'Keefe,
before, you'll be able
and
to
how
take
she
that
cooked.
awful earpiece out. There will be a code word at the end of the numbers. You will need this code word in the future. Do not forget it. And do not miss it. Only once you've heard it can you destroy the earpiece. I am somewhat remorseful that this is not the darkest universe after all, but perhaps this provides us with the motivation we need to get there next year. Here are the numbers. 27, 27,
They actually used to
27,
braid flowers into
27,
pubes. It was a big
27,
thing, like, I don't know,
36,
400 years ago, something like
27,
that.
27, 35, 34.
There's like paintings of people with
34, 27,
Flowers braided into their pubes.
34, 34, 35, 27, 29, 14, 14, 14, 4, 14, 14, 15, 5, 27, 29, 27, 29, 14, 14, 29. Mumble salad.
What What's
It's
mumble
so
salad?
stupid. It's the code word.
Industries is
So they have to
written and
keep the
produced
shit in
by
their ear
Conrad
the whole
Bishop,
time.
who is also the voice of Corin Deeth. The music is also composed by Conrad Mishuk. The introduction is read by Kim Aiello, and the credits are read by Hannah Jones, who is fond of all forms of tape. Check out kakosindustries.com for more episodes.
I don't remember recording
To
that.
read along with the Kakos Industries announcements. That's
Carla, the numbers are meant just to make me laugh, I'm pretty sure. They mean I find numbers hilarious.
What Hannah means to say is she doesn't know either.
For merchandise and special offers. And become a patron at kakosindustries.com/Patreon. Questions, comments, or a strong desire to collaborate? Drop us a line at inquiries@kakosindustries.com. If you like Kakos Industries, be sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcasting service. And connect with us on Facebook. Facebook.com/.
I am fond of all kinds of tape, though.
Tumblr, kakosindustries.tumblr.com, and Twitter @KakosIndustries.
Special thanks to our esteemed shareholders Ian Kroll, Renee Stein, Dan Shumway, and Courtney Campbell. Also, thanks to our honored employee Grace Pegafin, who destroyed a number of ancient artifacts we were bringing into the building. It turns out that one of them did have a bomb, probably manufactured by Melantha's company, inside of it. And thanks to our division heads Brittany Garcia, head of the division of beanies, booties, and construction projects that are probably too large for yarn, Patrick Green, head of the division of oceanic microcryptozoology, and Billy Davis, head of the division of splashing. The division of beanies, booties, and construction projects.
I feel like if you were trying to play bingo with the numbers in the episodes, you would have to have a bingo board with just like all one number on it,
Yeah.
and then if that number comes up, you would win. All right, let's finish this up.
That are probably too large for yarn has finished building a suspension bridge over the unfriendly lake. Only around a third of the people who traverse it end up impaled on rusting metal in the lake below. The division of oceanic microcryptozoology has completed studying the unicorn plankton, determining that it probably doesn't exist anymore, and have shifted their focus to the devil protist, the most malignant of all protists. The division of splashing has now created a wave that is guaranteed to hit your enemies right in the eyes in the pool. Our
Yeah, post more art on
shareholders,
Tumblr.
Honored employees, division heads, and other
all
Patreon
of it.
patrons are the best. If you
I
want
check
to
the
thank
tag,
you
it
for
always makes me
credits,
happy.
your own division, or other great rewards that help to keep this show running, please head to kakosindustries.com/Patreon. That's Patreon, Patreon. And until June 17th, 2017, we're running another Kickstarter to also help the show keep going and get you some awesome merch that you deserve. Visit kakosindustries.com/Kickstarter to support us there.
If you're feeling down after this broadcast, have you considered an adventurous piercing?
All right. So it's a little bit of a shorter one
episode.
this time. I think, it's the same amount of words. I think I just said them faster.
What does
You don't, unless you want to hear your voice, you don't have to keep the headphones on now.
I feel so fancy with my headphones on though.
Yeah.
I was actually drawing Haley last night. I almost drew her with headphones on and like a microphone. They're so cute. Oh, your headphones are so cute.
So now we won't be able to hear if we're bumping the microphone or making any awkward noises, but at least I'm not hearing myself on an echo, so that's good. Almost done with the waifu corn. Yeah, so that concludes the listening to the episode part. I apologize for not having more insight to share. I think it's a little bit fresh still. But if you guys have any questions or anything that you'd like to talk about, we'd be more than happy to keep talking. We like to hear our own
Sasha,
voices.
Haley fan art makes my day, even if it's like little stick figures.
I
Because
think
I
Oh,
love
go
that
ahead.
character.
Yeah. I think about half of the Haley fan art I've seen has been drawn by Hannah.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you don't see. I don't put it all online because I'm not like I I don't want to be silly.
Last night we were hanging out, and she said, "Oh hey, should I? I'm doing commissions. Do you want me to draw you like a really nice picture of Corin?" And I said, "Oh yeah, that'd be great." And she said, "No, I'm gonna draw Haley instead."
Okay, I didn't say I'm doing commissions. I said I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna go doodle. Maybe I'll draw you something, and then he said Corin, and I was like, I want to draw. I like drawing. I'm not as good at drawing men as I am women.
Because men are all straight lines, and it's boring. Let's see.
Yeah,
what was
my women are always
the
very
newest episode?
curvy and fun.
Well, Carla, we like the newest Carla, which is you. So thank you. Great episode. Thank you.
I like
Thank you,
the
Noelle.
newest Carla.
Well, I don't know. I just turning the same thing back. It's we have Noelle in the comments here. She designed one of the shirts that are currently available on kakosindustries.com/Kickstarter. If you want to check out our Kickstarter campaign, Noelle did the giant ass robots shirt.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Well done. Carla says, "What made you decide to do a trippy episode before it gets lost in the chat?"
Oh, I don't know. I just, I think when I was playing with the stuff for this episode, it's just the Earth Festival is always, rich and fertile. If I can make a pun or an extended metaphor.
You like
But
trippy things, but you
yeah.
don't really like being
Yeah.
trippy.
Well, I like
that makes sense.
doing surreal stuff, but I think sometimes when people write about drugs and drug trips, they're very they tend to go with some of the same tropes over and over again, and I hit on a couple of them in this, but it's you're probably not going to see a dragon, but you might feel like you're part of the Earth, and the Earth is breathing.
It is always fun.
Okay, did I miss anything?
Pet and Helen says, "Please put it online. I'd love to see fan art of her." It is online. The dude, I made like a little stupid paper doll of Haley, which is should be on the tag.
You put it on the Discord.
Or I put it
don't
on the
know.
Discord, but you have to like actually press it to see it. It's like all pixely unless you actually press it. It's also on my. Oh, I don't think I put it on the tag.
I
It's
don't
on my
think
Tumblr
you put it on
though.
Tumblr. I think it's just on.
If you go to my Tumblr, Sucky Bunnies, it's on there, and it's on my Instagram, which is
Did you
also
put it on
Sucky
your
Bunnies. Sucky Bunny. It's Sucky Bunny if Sucky Bunny is available, but usually it's Sucky Bunnies.
I'm checking the tag right now.
I don't think it's on. I thought I tagged it.
I think yeah.
It's just a doodle that I did while I was drunk.
It felt real.
I think that's because everyone knows that feeling of like kind of waking
Loss.
up in a dream, and then like having to wake up like 3 times. I really like the moss bit.
Oh, you did put it on the tag. Yeah, it's the first thing that comes up. Is
Sometimes
looks
it doesn't
something
always
like
show
this.
up.
I'm not sure. I'm using a different webcam today. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think the white balance is slightly off, so I have something to improve for next time still. But it's a slightly. I think it's a better camera. It's a webcam that I bought a while back that I just thought I would test out, and then I compared them side by side and really liked it. So.
The paper doll, like my apartment is still somewhat frequented occasionally by my maternal figure, who will just kind of come in without telling me, and will just kind of hang out there and look at all my things and judge me quietly. So the Haley paper doll could not live in my room, which was really upsetting. I guess I could have put clothes on her, but then that would not be authentic.
It's not Haley. It's not Haley. Yeah, if it is clothes.
So it's upstairs in my roommate's room, where I just like pinned her on the wall up there. She's hanging out.
Waifu Corin is done. That's exciting.
We need a Corin body pillow. Husbando.
One of the other products I could make that I would sell one of.
Someone says, "Would it be all right?" Is that
to do some
Bates
fan
Garcia?
art?
Betsy?
Betsy.
Betsy? Oh shit.
Would it be all right to do some fan art for Kakos Industries? I want to practice my print media and want to make some posters. You mean like physical stuff? Yeah, it's probably okay. Might be something to email us about. So, inquiries at kakosindustries.com. It all goes to me.
Anything online is fine. I think it's just you mean physical things that like.
Yeah, if you mean
anything
like
that you want to sell, I guess would be.
We'd have to talk about.
We'd want to inquiry it, but.
Okay.
We do encourage
I feel like
fan
turning
art.
people into machines was the first step to turning the Uber drivers in cars. Yeah. It's it's kind of an ugly business. I say that having been I didn't work for Uber, but I did that for a weekend, and it was I had a guy who I can only assume that he was on meth and also may have been selling meth out of my vehicle on the on the drive he hired me for.
Oh yeah, he probably was.
I don't know. It was I pull up and I say are you? I can't remember what the name was, and he's like, oh yeah, that's me. Actually, this is my name. We just thought it'd be funny if we put that on the thing. And I'm like, all right, great start. So I wait for him to finish his cigarette. Then he gets in the car and looks at me and says, all right, we got to get some lube for these people. For whom? and why would you, anyway.
That's not the end of the story, though.
No, there's more to that story, but that's the best part, I think.
Are you sure? I mean, there was a lot.
Yeah, well, so we went to Walmart, and I'm waiting in the parking lot for him at Walmart, and he comes back with what I assume is the lube, and then he wants to stop at Circle K. At Circle K, there's a there was a guy panhandling, and he tried to get that guy into the car with us to drop him off at some point. And then the guy, so I flatly refused that, and then the guy asked if he was just bitching about how all of his friends don't like him anymore, and he was just having all these problems, and he thinks he's a great person. So then we stop at QT. He gives the last change out of his pocket to someone who's panhandling at QT. So we went from Circle K to QT because they didn't have the drink he wanted or something, and then this is, at the time in Arizona, it was sort of like a pedicab where it was a recommended tip or a recommended donation, but not an actual payment.
Yeah.
So then he just zeroed it out, which was awesome.
So he got paid nothing for the ride, Carla, to answer your question. In no uncertain terms.
Yeah. So that's the part of the story I don't like telling.
And also, that was your first Uber, right? Like, that was the first guy.
No, it was the second one.
That was the second
first
guy.
one was a very respectful passenger who was just fine.
You should just say it was the first one you ever did.
Yeah, but
Make
it
the
was
story
the
better.
second one, and it was awful.
Sasha, I am also concerned about Conrad's health when he does things like that.
I cannot be the only one concerned for Conrad's health at this point. It was like 2 years ago.
He doesn't do it anymore, obviously.
Yeah, you gotta stop bumping and crackling. You can scoot back.
Oh, okay.
No, on the chair even. You can scoot back on the chair. It's a plastic
I'm a
tablecloth.
fidgeter.
And she just got a spinner, a fidget spinner.
It's shaped like a bat, though, so it's totally
a
okay.
Batman fidget spinner. It's a batarang.
I am a proponent for the fidget spinner, and I have the fidget cube, which I also like. I feel like they're they are a toy, but I think what I didn't realize until I was playing it is that it's weighted, so it gives you really good tactile sensory feedback. And if you're a person, if you're a person that likes like deep pressure or has sensory issues, it's very soothing. So anytime I'm on like the phone or in like a stressful situation, sometimes I'll have it quietly, and the vibration is really nice. The bat one is great. My mom actually gave it to me for my birthday. Carly, that's what I was
Fidget cube
doing.
for
Why
my
I was
legs.
like shaking. I was like,
Yeah.
my leg. Yeah, I need a fidget cube for my legs. Like
Yeah.
fidget toes.
Fidget
can-
toes.
Or like, I don't know. I feel like it would
Fidget
be
pedal. A fidget
a
pedal.
fidget pedal.
It's sort of like a sewing machine pedal, or maybe like a pottery pedal.
This sounds
but
weird, but like if you could have something that has like a roller ball that you could just like roll between your legs, between your knees. But I feel like that would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just need to wear compression socks or something. But yeah, the leg shake is for real. It's really hard to break. I had a friend in high school that like you could not get him to stop.
Did we?
He just like could not stop.
We do everybody's comments. I know that's a long story. I wasn't reading in the middle, so I'm gonna scroll.
I was keeping an eye on it.
Done with the fan art. We're very excited about the fan art. I'm so excited anytime anybody does fan art. You can even just tag like at Kakos Industries wherever you feel like posting
It could just
it
be
if
a
we have an
picture of a
account.
dick, but
And-
just tag it as
yeah.
Kakos Industries. And we're like, that's a
I'll be
good dick.
That's a great dick. Reblog.
Thanks for thinking of us.
Reblog and like. Yeah, I thanks guys for for your kind words on my trying ride sharing experience, but I'm okay now. I got over it. I got better. I actually did it, I think, a couple more times. Like it was another weekend after that I did it, but it was pretty clear that you gotta. It wasn't for me anyway.
You had a thing about that in this episode.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. What does mycology mean again? I forgot.
Mycology? That's a study of fungus.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually Googled it to make sure.
Me.
Someone could generate energy from my leg bouncing and fidgeting and be very useful.
There was an episode of Rick and Morty where they just like they're doing like a little step machine to generate energy, like a whole planet of people working on a step machine just to like power Rick's car or something. And but yeah, if I could have like a
Stephen Colbert in
machine
that one.
that I don't know, like I read somewhere that people that fidget, like it's good for like you're technically more active. So I was like, okay. I'm writing about that. About what? Mycology.
Yeah. We've got some science folks in the comments here.
I'm a science folk.
No, I have a film degree, Hannah.
Yeah, but like
I mean, I like science. I'm a fan of science.
I'm a fan of science too.
I do have a film degree, though.
Or do you just think space is pretty? There's a comic once that someone said, "Oh, I'm really into science," and they're like, "Or do you just think space is pretty?" I'm like, I can be both. Excuse you.
Yeah. I mean, I read the good stuff. I'm into the when they're actually like, where are the sources? This isn't peer reviewed, and like I watch people do that. So, I think that I'm pretty well informed, obviously.
UCSB generates energy for some of the buildings due to exercise. I want to do that. Like that'd be if I could be paid for exercising, that'd be ideal.
Well, I mean, but the amount of energy you produce doing that isn't that great. So
Yeah, but like, it'd be it feels productive,
Yeah. I mean, if I think. Well, I don't know. Gotta come up with not a science side novel. Okay, all right, yeah, mycology. Yeah, I think that if you could somehow boil water with the heat coming off of humans, but that's probably just a waste product. If you're someplace really cold, I guess you'd have the temperature gradient necessary to do some sort of energy. I don't know.
A novel/podcast. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Science is amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Secondary sources are pretty good. I don't know. I'm a fan of SciShow. I think they do a pretty good job on YouTube for, casual science stuff. I don't know. Maybe the scientists in the crowd will know better.
focusing on animation is great.
making
I'm an
television,
animation
not science.
nerd. Comics and animation nerd for sure.
Although, Nicole, I feel like, you and I both have to keep in mind that, you have to know some science in the stuff that you're writing, for like TV scripts and stuff.
That's what
because-
our friend
'cause it-
studying mycology is doing. It's for her novel.
Because so much of the science on TV is bad, and it pulls me out so fast now. It's like all of the computer science stuff too.
Bill Nye is great.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm such a schlub right now. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's been a weird week. I was just so zonked after Phoenix Comic Con.
Yeah.
That building is so dusty that it made me just so sick. But I had a good time, and we did the live show. I've got the video. I just have to edit it, so that'll happen at some point.
Oh my gosh. I turned 27 this week or last week.
Yeah.
I'm an old lady now, and since then I've been sleeping ungodly hours. Ungodly hours.
Conrad Snob. What's your favorite cartoon, Hannah?
Is that for me?
I'm letting you go first. Or is it for the peanut gallery here? Favorite cartoon. Favorite. First thing you say will be the immutable answer for all eternity.
I like all of the cartoons. We watch a lot. Well, I watch a lot of cartoons. He also enjoys some cartoons. I really like. I like some anime. I like kind of like the renaissance that's been happening with some of like the Cartoon Network shows. I used to really like Adventure Time. Steven Universe is probably still my favorite right now, just because I watch it so much with my friends. And it's I feel like it does a good job of like making a feeling as well as like a story, and I like the kind of beach feel. We both like Star versus the Forces of Evil, which someone mentioned before.
Yeah, I like that.
But he doesn't like Steven Universe, but he does like Star versus the Forces
You
of
can't
Evil.
just tell people I don't like Steven Universe, Hannah. That's just like I'm gonna catch so much shit.
Well, you don't. It's just it's not your favorite.
Scoot back.
There's wires. Sorry.
No, it's just
I'm getting tangled.
it's just your headphone cable. I have all the wires on my side because I know how you are.
Oh yeah, BoJack and Rick and Morty.
BoJack. Yeah, I have a former classmate who is now a writer on BoJack for the next season, and I'm very, very jealous.
You can only choose
Rick and
one.
Morty, Venture Brothers also, I think.
Oh yeah, Venture Brothers is probably like if I had to choose one cartoon.
Hannah and I both somehow missed that show for like the first, I don't know, like 6 years it was on.
Yeah.
And then we just binged all of it in like a couple of weeks, and it was like, how did we miss this? Where
Yeah.
has this been?
I have a Venture Brothers patch, which I got at Comic-Con last year, that I like had to hardcore trade for like with other shit in the on the green bullshit whatever, because you can't buy them, which is my
That's San Diego
favorite.
Comic-Con,
yeah,
yeah.
my favorite item. And then we both have a couple of the shirts that like they'll do their free print shirts.
I'm sorry, it's too slow for me, and I worry about Steven too much.
No, I could see like why, but like yeah, I love that. The underwater episode of BoJack's pretty
Like,
amazing.
I get that he's not like 100% human, but like I still worry for Steven's development. All right.
Cartoons are great.
I mean,
feel like I'm
watched
missing a cartoon.
I watched the Idea channel about how they're redefining family and how that's a really neat thing, but I don't know. Let's see, what did we miss?
China,
here?
Illinois is also good. We've been watching that.
Yeah.
I feel like I try to
That one.
I'm happy seeing more female cartoon directors and showrunners because there's not a lot of them. And I feel like most of my favorite cartoons are by women because they have to work so much harder to get any traction whatsoever. So their stuff is always like really, really tippy top tier, and like Adult Swim is just like, it's like, you know, jizz on it.
Yeah, I would imagine that, you know, there are probably entire weeks at Adult Swim where you don't see any women.
Apparently, yeah.
I shouldn't be shit talking Adult Swim. I would love to.
I
work
love
there.
Adult Swim, but they have some I guess issues in their staff, I've heard.
Yeah. Let's see. So Phoenix Comic Con was good. Somebody asked, and you know, we had a pretty good time. You know, we had a booth, which was pretty neat. Haven't done that before. Yes, I do believe there are. Do you mean you know, disabled villains specifically, or do you mean just disabled employees at Kakos Industries? Because there are absolutely disabled employees at Kakos Industries.
It's such a hard line that you have to balance sometimes with like wanting to make, like, have the corporation do evil, but also make the show
Don't
kind
wanna-
of woke.
Yeah, you know, it's just everybody can do evil.
Yeah.
They're evil, but they're not dicks. Yeah.
I think the definition of evil is kind of different.
Jack and Rick and Morty. Also, if you guys haven't seen One Punch Man, you gotta check out One Punch Man.
Gravity Falls was one.
Gravity Falls. Fooly Cooly, if we're going with
Now we're going into anime,
Japanese
yeah.
stuff, but yeah, it's still a cartoon. Fooly Cooly has had a substantial impact on me as a human being. Okay.
Infinity Train is going to be great. I hope it comes out.
Oh yeah, Infinity Train was really cool. See, when you abbreviate it SU, I think Stargate Universe, which I was a really big fan of, but that got canceled. So, you know, I know it's Steven Universe, but I think, you know, yeah, I watched a little bit of Super Jail. Super Jail is pretty neat. The animation is really good. It's kind of nasty, and I'm not always into the gross stuff, but just posted a doodle of Corin as a housewife. And now you get to see the reaction live, 9 seconds delayed.
It's so good.
He looks.
Oh, and then you get Conrad Harris.
Yeah, he looks like was it Philippe from?
Well, you look like Philippe.
Yeah, but I mean this is more so.
I've been watching
For you
Versailles
guys who watch Versailles.
and Philippe d'Orléans.
Oh.
D'Orléans. That's the really shitty kind of like dude that just runs around buying shoes and having sex with people.
Anyway.
That actor looks a lot like Conrad, which is pretty great. And I used to watch it a lot when he was like when I didn't see him and he was out of town for a while, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then he came back and I was like, it's still good, but
I'm trying to think of
disabled
something,
villains matter. They
something
do.
clever to say.
I didn't know how to draw it. So no one knows how to draw a face. Faces are mysterious.
No, this
What
might
even is
surprise
a
you.
face?
No one has ever actually drawn a face.
No, drawing a face.
I feel like that's like a Night Vale tweet.
I think whatever you went with
you
was
might not
really
know
nice.
this, but yeah. Yeah, it's good. I'm trying to I'm trying to come up with something witty to write before I queue it up for tomorrow, but I think I might just have to return to that so that I'm not checking out on you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Bakemonogatari. I don't know that one. I was kind of in a weird, like, I got into anime in, like, middle school, so that was, many year ago, and I think at the time, like, I was really into Ranma, and Rumiko Takahashi's stuff. But then I missed like a huge gap.
Oh no, this one.
Ceci n'est pas une face.
Ce n'est pas un peep. Un peep.
Oh, ce n'est pas.
Ce n'est pas un peep.
I don't speak French. There's a part of me that wanted to just do an episode in Spanish and provide no translation, but that probably would have been more appropriate early on. I don't know. Maybe I should do it now.
He speaks pretty good Spanish.
It's getting real rusty. It's getting really rusty.
I can read some French.
Yeah. I mean, I can overpronounce and just make a ridiculous mockery of myself trying to speak French, but. Inuyasha. Yeah, I kind of got out before Inuyasha, but that's the same artist, right?
I know, Casper. It's really sad. I can't believe Conrad had a weeaboo phase.
I feel like that's a strong word for weeaboo phase. I mean,
People are so mean to you.
yeah. I mean, like, I feel like, you can casually enjoy a lot of things without being the awful stereotype of those things. Anyway, let's mention my mistake. I don't.
Google
Running
Translate.
the entire transcript through Google Translate. Yeah, and that would be okay.
I wonder what the
Was there another drawing? Did I miss a drawing? Well, I'm stuck doing the. I don't know. Nope, that's not the word. That's not. Come on, swipe. All right. I'm sorry that.
Carla says she would love for you to do a Spanish show.
Okay.
I think you can Google
But
Translate a podcast.
it would
Wait,
definitely be Mexican Spanish, not Spain Spanish. Just as a heads up. Because I live in Arizona. So, Vosotros is totally lost on me. And my teacher in high school was from Cuernavaca. Can you Google Translate a podcast? Speaking of which, if any of you guys know how to do subtitles for any of this stuff, and if you would feel inclined to do so, that would be helpful, and I would probably work out some way to make it worth your while. But I should probably post about that in another place. I think I have a new version of the website that I'm just kind of waiting for the Kickstarter to get over to launch, and then that'll have better linkage.
Yeah. Oh, just so you know, Pedinette Helen just wants you to know he knows you're joking. Don't worry. He's pretty tough. I would love for there to be an episode of just numbers. I would find that hilarious.
An episode that was just
anytime
numbers.
It's a number where it's like 5, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
they're repeating them. It's hilarious to me. Apparently.
I feel like if I was going to do a whole episode of just numbers, I would have to. I'd have to have like a live audience because I don't think you could just listen to the numbers and expect anybody to.
Yeah, Kakos is different with a live audience.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good.
Let's see. Claire says it was to your Tumblr. Oh, so is it not in the not in the tags though? So I have to go to my notifications.
Well, it's just cool. I supposedly am. My family is.
I'm not
part
seeing
Welsh.
it, Claire, because I'm guessing.
I'd like to learn Welsh.
Because Pedin Ed Helen has the same icon as the one I'm looking at. So if you drew something, I'm not seeing it. I'm very sorry. Maybe give it another try.
Someone Pedinette Helen, I could try to add subtitles in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. No, not Portuguese.
Oh no, I mean, well, I was just thinking English subtitles for the YouTube content.
Yeah, it's hard. That would be cool too.
But Portuguese too. Why not? I did probably a third of the Duolingo for Brazilian Portuguese, but I've forgotten all of it because I had no use for it. I wanted to go to Brazil though. I thought that would be neat.
Part of it is just like, it's crazy how, because if you have any sort of hearing impairment or difficulty with hearing the YouTube videos, like, I don't understand why the subtitle system is somehow so shitty. So we have the transcripts on the episodes, but I don't know what to do with YouTube.
That was
you can figure it
important
out.
to me to do that. I just want the numbers to mean something a la Ars Paradoxica, but no, and it's upsetting my spaghetti.
Sorry to upset your spaghetti, my friend.
We don't need to upset your spaghetti.
They're saying check the heckin' Discord app, Conrad.
Check the on the Discord, yeah, but all right, but
check the heckin' app.
Check the heckin' app. Oh my god. Can you go throw that on Tumblr? Oh wait, that's you, Patchwork. Wait, who drew the who said they...
These are some great drawings, my friends.
Claire is still trying to... Well, Patchwork, you should go ahead and throw that on Tumblr if you feel like it. I guess it's not up to me to tell you what to do. And if you guys aren't on the Discord, I think that probably the easiest thing still is... well, I can... Let's see, can I... how do I...
get something for you?
How do I... I'm trying to think with what I have access to right now while we're streaming, because this is a different account on my computer, so I don't have the Discord app on here. Well, anyway, I'll
Patrick says she will put it on Tumblr, which is nice.
Yeah, and then
thank you.
And if you guys want to create a Discord invite link, if you can't do that, let me know, because I'm just getting older by the day, apparently, and technology is just.
Oh, shut up! You're like streaming, and he recorded his episode with me on the phone, being able to talk to him and like tell him bullshit without me coming up on the recording, which was so tempting just to be like, no, shit, stop, it's awful.
She says tempting as though she didn't.
As though I didn't do it, which I totally did, but not as much as I wanted to, which was a lot. But it's nice to see art on the tag instead of just like people being mean. just fill the tag with art, guys.
We're a very polarizing podcast. It's either really lovely fan art and very beautiful sentiments, or it's like drawing me as a human being into question.
Just really rough.
But I suppose that's all right. I'm getting better with it.
You have a thicker skin than I do sometimes, because it's like, oh, that's my buddy.
We're gonna hear more from Haley soon. Yeah, you want to record?
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure something out. I think I might have a Haley recording on deck. I have one that's Haley.
Carly, yes.
Haley and Melantha, but I don't. I can't. I don't like the writing. Like I just don't think I did a good job with it. So it's been kind of hard to put it together. I have to kind of straddle a line sometimes where if I'm not careful, then sometimes it just gets like irredeemably sexual sometimes, or at least from my stance, and I guess I'm probably more prudish than my writing would let on, but sometimes I have to. I feel like it's been a while. It probably has been. No, well, I think Halloween. She was in Halloween.
Yeah.
And she's in the live episode.
Which is probably my favorite Haley story that we've done in a really long time, or ever. Can we don't want to talk about it, right? Because we don't want to spoil it.
The convention episode. Yeah, you'll
save
have to.
It.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Seriously, it's a good podcast. Well, thank you, Betsy.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, don't. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
I feel like we probably shouldn't talk about it on here, but they can always.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we've carved out a fairly unique niche here for our type of content. I mean, I unfortunately just don't get to listen to enough of the other shows to really know what is common in the medium right now. But I think that we definitely touch on a content that, for even though podcasting doesn't really have the restrictions that television or advertisement-based YouTube stuff has, or just YouTube stuff in general, sometimes we choose to use that opportunity to talk about stuff that you might not otherwise hear about.
Yeah.
I guess, specifically regarding some of the sexual stuff.
Well, it's all like good-hearted things, but just like through a filter of satire, and I feel like sometimes people just miss it or something. I don't know.
Drawing is in the tag. I will be sure to
Like it's evil, but it's
cue
also
that
very
up
good. Thank you.
this evening.
That's nice. There's some nice things in there.
That's good. I'm trying to catch up here.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, Carla. I know that feeling though. I've been up way
Carla,
too
you're
late
a
the last
trooper.
couple days. Just a lot in the last week, I think. So, but you're in the Discord. You can chat with us anytime. So if you need to go to bed, business is so boring. Oh man, I think like maybe Haley needs to get a job and just be so bored.
That sounds like me. I love my new job.
So I think maybe that'll be it. Like, Corin, I just got a job, and oh my god,
Oh
you
my
didn't tell
God.
me this would be so bad.
I can only do Facebook like 89% of the day.
All right, you heard it here first. So spoilers before I've even written it.
Can you imagine Haley's Facebook feed or her Tumblr? It would just be like, if you ever use those little decorator apps, which I've just discovered, where you can put like hearts and stars on things, on really like pictures that don't merit it. Like I have some pictures of like him being grumpy, or like my friend, my roommate making ugly faces, and I'm just like heart, 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 pretty lady. Like the sticker, this is like pretty lady. But I feel like Haley's would be like, that would be over just like a gaping asshole, or just like, she's like, it's so
Haley
cute.
voice. Oh my God, yeah. I do all of the character voices. Just
Oh my evil.
I probably shouldn't, but oh my evil, you guys.
It took forever to get that voice though, or like to get that character done. Like the first episode was like, we did not know what we wanted Haley to be, but
Maybe we should start a Tumblr for Haley that takes submissions. So
I definitely wanted to do that.
That might be the only way we could develop enough content, is if we have like
Yeah.
100 ghostwriters or however many people.
I would totally do a Haley Snapchat, you guys.
Don't actually know how many people are on the
Connor let
stream.
me. Like,
let's
hi
see.
guys.
So apparently we've already
Would just be
done 20
harassed.
hours of total view time.
shit.
And we've been on for an hour, so I'm assuming that there's about 20 of you.
Sweet.
Oh, peak concurrent, is that how many people? I don't
That's
know
like how
this-
many people have been there once, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so, it's probably a little bit
The
late.
health is
so
good,
we,
it says.
we missed some people. Hold on, I think that screws up the thing. All right. Haley on Snapchat would be 200-second long Snapchat stories like, oh my god, you guys, and then the next Snapchat, this really weird thing happened, the next Snapchat, and the entire time she's just naked.
Pastel goth is my heart. Haley
Pastel
is.
goth.
I feel like Haley
Subversive
would have.
kawaii.
That's I literally went through that entire Tumblr tag. Haley is very much based off of parts of me
And parts of me.
and parts of him. And like, it's kind of your parody of me, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
She probably would post a lot of like Guro things that she like. I don't really like gore, but she probably would.
Do they make like cotton candy vodka in skull bottles though?
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of the thing, is it'd be that intersection, the skull-shaped glass and the cotton candy flavoring.
Yeah.
Pastel goth porn blog. That's probably a thing. That's
I'm
probably
sure
a
it
thing.
is.
I'm not gonna look it up right now. I'll look
There's
it up later.
there's some cute porn blogs.
You guys, look, it's an hour for just walking or some bullshit.
Guys, look. This is pumpkin spice latte.
I volunteered to illustrate. Oh, man.
It's like pumpkin spice latte.
Everyone always wants to draw your ideas.
I literally had, like, she would do a Snapchat of, like, the time she had to put, like, cream on pumpkin spice latte's little peep because which I actually had to do once with one of my rats. Like, I had to rub little
Claire,
baby rat cream on his peep.
you're going to need a link to get into the Discord. If somebody's on the Discord and you can generate an invite, I'm not sure if I've given you guys permission to do that. I really should. I just, like I said, older by the day, and technology just...
Shut up.
Yeah. But yeah, if a Haley Tumblr would really just be... I think it would probably end up with a fan base larger than Kakos Industries.
I'm down to make a Tumblr. 'Cause I'm working, but I'm not starting my new job steadily until late August or something. I'm just doing covering right now because I do speech therapy. And so I need a reason to wake up, which apparently is harder to find sometimes because I just want to sleep all the time. Not in like a depressed way, but just sleeping feels so good right now. You can post links in the YouTube chat. Oh, someone says you're a summer chicken now. You're not a spring chicken.
You can't post links in the YouTube chat. Well, Claire, if you're in a hurry, I think if you go over to r/Kakos Industries on Reddit, you'll be able to find a permanent link there. It's like right on top. So, reddit.com/r/Kakos Industries.
That's really weird.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's probably like a spam thing.
Yeah, I might have there's so many settings on here that I just don't know. I don't know. Okay, fine.
You're a summer chicken though.
Well, I can probably hold on. Let me see if I can post it in the description or something. Electronic musician Conrad Mishuk. Okay, apparently I haven't been on
He's a
Discord in a
boobilla.
while. I gotta scroll way back. All right. Create instant invites.
Invite
Okay.
everyone.
Can I copy the clipboard? Now, if I go to my stream here,
Yeah, fatigue is real hard to deal with sometimes, Claire. Yeah, I feel you.
Right.
I have
live chats.
a medication that I'm supposed to take for energy, which I need to refill, which is
Hey, there it
probably part
goes.
of it. But I've literally been like wanting to sleep 12 hours before I can get up.
Can you guys click and see that? Okay, is that all right? Assuming that was for my Discord, gotta double check that that was Kakos Industries.
So
I'm in two other Discords, and one of them is just me and two of my friends shit talking each other.
someone says, Conrad, you should have Corin play the flute. Polka love.
Yeah. Did any of you guys get that reference?
It's a deep cut.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if I want to tell you what it is, because like 10 years from now you'll go, oh my god, if you didn't already know.
Such a nerd. But joined.
But joined. Welcome to Discord.
Carla.
There are no cookies.
I read recently that one of the reasons why like lying down feels so good is like your blood pressure. It's like your body doesn't have to pump enough blood. And I'm like, oh, I feel like that's like I don't have enough blood to go around.
Never use Red Bull as
bleeding
water
heart.
for your morning coffee.
Don't do that.
Holy
No.
fuck. I mean, I'm pretty.
But I like coffee too, Carla.
I'm pretty caffeine sensitive. That just sounds like a nightmare to me.
He would literally explode. I used to work at Starbucks, and I think it gave me a little bit of a caffeine. Not like I don't need it, but like I feel like it really helps sometimes. your blood pools in your feet.
That's
Yeah, yeah. I never knew that. I was just like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, when you stand up and then you have to like pump it around.
Like really, standing is just don't do that. Don't do that.
I set up a fan in my room and it like blows directly on my bed so it stays cool, and like I have this big quilt and I just never want to leave it. Science explains why napping feels so goddamn awesome. I saw sound and I heard colors.
Oh, was that from the caffeine, the Red Bull and the coffee? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just at that point I feel like, like caffeine powder or something, you might be able to control your dosage better, but I guess that's also kind of dangerous to a certain extent.
I managed to live without coffee. It's mostly because I can't manage to get up early enough to get coffee. Fair. I definitely break that rule, though. Like, I definitely will have coffee just whenever I get up, which is not the best.
Pathology exam on Friday.
Good luck on your exam. I never like taking tests, so I know that's stressful. Make sure to get you can find all of this online. Make sure to take good care of yourself. Treat your brain gently.
Imagine working for the government. Oh yeah. Were you a census worker? Actually, don't tell me. They had to use a drug test. Yeah.
I could be on a medicine that is more susceptible to caffeine.
Like they give you a drug test that day. I feel like you should get drug tested if it's like a week's worth of weirdness. But if like on the spot, just like hey buddy, you seem a little weird. Can I have some of your pee?
Oh my god.
How would Kakos celebrate Pride Month? Well, my thinking with Kakos is that I don't think that any particular sexual orientation or gender identity is particularly oppressed in Kakos Industries. So there's a part of me that thinks that it just might not occur to them to have that. Does that make sense? Because they're not, they're just so open. That like you said, the company is a pride parade or a goth pride.
Is it? What do people wear at Kakos?
I think I've described them wearing black, but it's another one of those places where I feel like people are going to have their own ideas, and I don't necessarily want to come up with something worse than what they're thinking.
Yeah, I feel like Haley. I don't know, but Haley's nudity stems from my own desire to always be naked. 'Cause I hate clothes. Yeah. So I feel like Haley has just some really bomb suits. But Haley's also not straight, so maybe she would have some cool pansexual colored outfit. Harness, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and adding milk to your tea keeps it from staining your teeth. I think I heard that somewhere. I don't know what was sent on Discord. That was
tea is amazing.
The image.
I do half and half in my coffee a lot recently, and I have rose and Darjeeling sugar, which is amazing, which I put in my coffee. So it's like a rose Darjeeling cream coffee. This is gonna be awesome. What is it? I'm really excited.
I am tripping balls. That's so
dry.
No,
that would be such a good tattoo.
Good, yeah. I wasn't sure how people would react to the that image. I wasn't sure if the classic Americana would be just totally out of place, but I thought as a hallucination it might fit. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. What did you say? Let's see.
Talking about some what kind of stuff do ace dudes do during all the orgies and stuff? Do they like sit in the corner awkward?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about your government job. I was just what kind of stuff do ace dudes do during all the orgies and stuff? I don't know. Like read
they don't
a book
have to come
or whatever they're into, I guess.
They're sex repulsed. They don't have to be there.
You know, for those of you who you know are part of that community, what would you do? I guess, you know, help me out here.
Yeah, I think part of it is we don't want to like speak for anyone.
The ace pals are behind the scenes making sure everyone's okay. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like work. I don't know how much.
There's these cords around my
Well, you don't
ankles.
have. You can sit back. You have
but I
like
can't
6 inches
see.
of
I'm
chair.
not. My glasses are not doing a good job. Apparently, I don't want to like squint. There we go. Thank you.
I might have just screwed up how that looks on the on your guys' screens. Hold on, let me make sure it's not. Is that totally messed up? That might be kind of messed up. Let me adjust real quick. Okay. Whoosh, magic. I'm getting a little better with OBS, so.
Yeah, someone says they'd avoid it. You can avoid the orgies, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. No, they're not required. You can always eat a whole bunch of food stuff too. Out of place is right in place, yeah. Maybe they could have a corner party. Yeah, you know, whatever.
I have a corner party at every party I go to. It's just me in the corner.
It's her in the corner and whatever animal they have at the party. If you're sex neg or sex repulsed, you'd be allowed to just not go, but if you were sex positive, you'd just be taking care of shit. Avoid it, to be honest. The Mean Girls. A spec, I don't know what spec stands for. Triviality Project. Oh, yeah, okay. At Hannah, I seek out any animal at a party.
I really like
Spectrum,
animals.
Okay. Yeah, animals are the best. They're just
Yeah.
not people, and that is already a great start. Yeah, I got the Spectrum thing. I know it's a 9-second delay, so. Yeah. Well, working with animals is amazing. Yeah. Are you doing like veterinary stuff or? Dog at a party is the best thing. Yeah, the dog is the star of the party. And you know, there are some bars here in town where you can have dogs, and they just
So
have
good.
bar dogs, so you can be out in public drinking
With dogs.
with dog friend. So
all I want. I've thought of working or like doing more veterinary stuff, but I
I'm
haven't
allergic
really.
to cats.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He's really allergic to cats.
I mean, I'm allergic to dogs too, but
Allergies are
it's
evil.
the same. It's the same allergy, but cats are way more territorial and they're always licking themselves, so there's way more of the allergen. Your dog recently came out as gay. How did that happen? Oh, he has a boyfriend. Yeah, well, you know.
I love cats more than I love. There's this video of this girl
Oh
who
yeah.
are
I love
like.
pussy more than I love myself.
There's a girl who like there's this, you know, one of the awful people that just like shouts out about the Bible, and this
They
girl
wrestle.
runs by and she's like,
Wrestling dogs.
what? What?
My dog's boyfriend sneaks into my backyard and they
Oh,
wrestle.
that's adorable. And the guy is like, she's talking about, she's like, I'm gay or something, and he's like, oh, there's a lesbian here. she needs to repent. But she just like is running, like she's running to the tube or whatever, and she's just like, and she just stops and she just yells, "I love pussy more than I love myself," and then she like runs really fast down the steps, and it's like my favorite
it's
video.
Adorable.
It's a really great,
Dogs don't
really
like
great
hugs.
video.
Do cats like hugs? I don't think cats like anything. One of my dogs has shown lesbian activity, like for real. You know, animals just, yeah. I lost track of where I was going. I probably need to eat something.
I'm so hungry. Maybe we can make some soup.
I think we would probably end the stream as opposed to making soup and then.
I like hanging out.
Yeah, I just.
We have chips. Do you want chips? I can bring you a bowl of chips.
I don't think anyone wants to hear us chewing chips.
We can have an ASMR video. It can be mukbang.
Mukbang, yeah.
Where is this conversation gone? Oops.
It's all over the place. You know, we're just hanging out. You know,
Well-
I assume that if somebody, you know, just wanted the hardcore commentary, they would have clicked away after like the 20-minute mark. All right, I've totally lost track of what you guys were talking about. I think I might just wait for the thread to pick up again, though.
I also show lesbian activity. Same. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So swans, right? Swans apparently they will form male couples,
I fucking love swans. Swans are my favorite.
And then one of them will like go off for a little while and court a female,
Yeah.
and then they'll have some eggs or whatever. Then when they start to when she lays the eggs, then he goes and gets his dude again, and then they
chase her
they
away.
go back and chase her away, and then they raise the
Thanks for the egg.
the swanlings. What's the what's a I know the word. I'm just totally blanking on what a baby swan is called.
Gosling? No.
That's a goose.
That's a goose. Gosling?
It's like it's I think it starts with like a C. What's the if anybody knows,
Yeah.
not to stereotype any of the
Swans
the
are
rainbows
evil,
in
but
the,
I love them.
in the text there, but
Swans are kind of dicks, but they're territorial. Like don't
fuck a bird.
fuck a bird.
Fuck a bird. Geese are the devil. Yeah.
I did get
And
chased
ducks.
by everyone's been
Ducks,
chased by a
guys.
goose as a child.
Ducks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got bit by.
Well,
a
what'd you
goose
do
when
to
I
the
was-
swan, Clara? No, I bet you were lovely to the swan.
We're not victim shaming for
not.
for bird crime here. Bird violence.
I like cygnets. There's a case of
Cygnets, that's
lesbian
it.
I
I
couple
knew it
in
was
some
a-
pond. Aren't swans
Because
like
cygnet is just a great word.
there was? I feel like swans sometimes show.
Aren't we all noisy poop machines, really, when you get down to it?
Yeah.
Huh. Just a deep moment there.
I swam with a goose once as a child. I have good memories of
thrice
swans,
ate
pretty
a
much.
berry.
Thrice ate a grape. The swans, like at least they put their babies on their back, and they swim around with the babies on their back, and then ducks go around, and they just have their children follow them, and then they fall down storm drains or all this other. I like the way swans like take care of their babies from the very superficial idea I have of it.
A third of seagulls are gay.
I read the book where the swan learned to play a trumpet. I made a paper mache swan about that. He was the trumpeter swan that didn't have a voice, and he learned to play the trumpet. It was a great, great book.
There are monkeys who also do gay things. Yeah, bonobos. Bonobos, and I think chimps do to a certain extent, but bonobos.
The gays have the birds
like,
now.
Really,
do.
we're descended from the wrong branch of that ape family, because I think the bonobos really figured it out, because they have sex like 90 times a day.
Yeah.
That's an exaggeration. I'm sure the veterinarian will correct me.
I thought you were gesturing to me, and I'm just like, what?
No, not you, but
I've had a lot of animals, but I'm not a veterinarian.
gay vulture dads. Gays have the animals now.
We had a Twin Peaks
Yeah.
party on Donut Day, and we didn't realize that it was Donut Day, which was awesome.
That reminds me, there was a video I was watching, or no, it was an article I was reading on the invention of heterosexuality, and I never finished reading that, and I probably should have finished reading that because it was interesting, but it was very long. But it was like the history of how no one ever really talked about sexuality up until like, what was it, 100 or 200 years ago, and
The water already turned all the frogs gay.
yeah.
Turned them gay with chemicals.
No, yeah, it was Obama with the chemicals turning all the frogs gay.
Hey, Dad. I don't know if anyone watches that guy's videos.
Internet comment etiquette.
Twin Peaks. It was my roommate and I had a Twin Peaks birthday party.
Chemicals turn the frogs gay,
They
and
did.
the owls are not what they seem. I recommend anal. Jesus. What? I don't even know what we're talking about. Just in general, just recommend it. Okay. You were talking about your Twin Peaks party.
It's fine. That was the end of
It's
it.
fine. Now we're done.
We got distracted by the other things. I'm really proud of our chat, though.
Yeah, sort of like, what was it, Broad City? I pegged this year. You did. You did
So
peg
good.
this year.
I totally do that, though. Like, I go through what I did new that year, and
Nut hard. Thank you for the
Okay.
emphasis, but we might want to take it just a little easy.
Casper says if you had sex with a clone of yourself. Okay, so
Is that masturbation?
I have a hard time, because people are like, what are, like...
If you have sex with your identical twin, I don't think that's masturbation. So
Yeah.
here's another interesting question for you. If two sets of identical twins each have children with one of the other identical twins, are their children cousins or siblings, genetically speaking?
Oh, shit.
And if anybody is a twin and I just like
Sasha, you make me
thoroughly
laugh.
offended you, then apologies. But they asked this question in philosophy, and it's yes. I'm not. Oh, because it's with yourself. I think that's still you're fucking your clone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As...
Yeah.
Does Corin have
Just-
sex with clones?
With clones.
Oh, clones. I was like, with clothes? It's kind of a weird thing. I feel like Corin has a lot less sex than...
I think there's been some implication, and I'm not going to say any more about that.
Yeah.
They're genetically siblings. Yeah, I think that makes sense. But socially cousins. A tomato is a fruit, but then when you're cooking, it's a vegetable. It's it's genetically a fruit, but socially it's a vegetable.
Yeah.
If it's your twin, that's incest. If it's your clone, then it's masturbation. But I mean, I guess your twin has exclusively different experiences, whereas your
Yeah.
clone, assuming that you've cloned all of your thoughts and stuff, has only been different from you for as long as the clone has existed.
It's for me though, because like I have a weird because I'm very attracted to women that have the same that look kind of like me, or like have similar body, like kind of rounder, like very curvaceous women. I'm just like, yes, so attractive. But when I look at myself, I'm like, I get really mad at myself. So it's like weird. Like I feel like maybe the things that you like about yourself or the things you don't like about yourself, maybe you would like them on your clone and you'd be like, that's a sexy clone.
Clara asks, "What the fuck is going on?" And that's a good question. Clara,
I'm really proud of
what would you
ourselves.
like to be going on?
Yeah.
Because to a
Gotta
certain
log
extent...
off, gang, for work. Bye. Bye.
All right. Bye, Betsy.
Do I want to be her or do I want to be in her? It's usually both, but for me.
I think they had that in Broad City as well.
Yeah. It's definitely in you. Yeah, I like Broad City.
But then genetically they're your sibling. Although, you could theoretically end up with the sibling that you share no genetics with. It would just be extremely rare. Well, I guess you have to share a certain amount of genetics with like all human beings, but then that fraction or whatever, But this is the stuff I think about, and then Kakos episodes happen, so Except I don't want to gross out any twins that are listening.
No.
And I know that twins catch a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So,
The acts of masturbation would be different than the acts of sex because there's two bodies. Probably true. That makes sense.
but then like if the other person just like consents but isn't really like doing anything, is it sex or is it masturbation? Yeah, there's another chin scratcher for you.
Oh, would you want to? Are you really as good in bed as you think you are, and would you want to bother? It would be weird. Yeah, it would be weird having. I'd be like, oh,
Life goals or wife goals? I missed what.
I feel like Corin must have a bio double somewhere. Welp.
We're all genetically evil. Yeah, I mean, nature is just nasty. When you see a girl who's both life goals and wife goals.
It's masturbacist.
I want to fight her. Oh, when you find the girl who's wife goals and life goals. I want to fight
I
her.
love Sasha.
Keeping
She finds
it.
the one that looks like her, I think.
You gotta kill your doppelganger.
So scary.
Or doppelbang her,
Absorb her.
which is a subreddit. I was making fun of nasty subreddits on in the live episode. You'll hear that. Let's see. I can.
There was actually an
This is
episode of
a
30
little
Rock
bit
where
late to
the
do
girl
this,
fell in love with
but-
her celebrity impersonator because she was really into
Okay.
herself. Ooh, transition.
How's that look? Are we bigger now?
Kill your double.
Absorb her, become one person. Sort of like the one from American Gods that can just like absorb human
what's her
beings
name?
through her vagina.
Something. What's her name? Shit. Bill Frisk?
I forgot.
I don't want to mispronounce her name because it's really pretty.
You going to get a snack, Hannah? Hannah, hold on. Just take a gentle step.
I'll be right back.
You're fine.
Oh,
It's just me, guys.
I have to go pee.
You gotta
Say all the nasty things about me now. I can't see
kill your double.
all the mean things.
I wish I was high right now. That's not me saying that. I don't remember what it was in 30 Rock, and Hannah's gone now. So Mom's not home, guys. What are we doing? What are we getting into? She's gonna be so mad that I called her that. Yeah, I've seen the first couple episodes, I think, of American Gods, and it's a pretty good adaptation. I'm not upset at all thus far. And the guy who plays Wednesday is incredible. All right, we're coming up on the, well, I guess it's not quite 2 hours, but because we started so late, because I had to figure out which key to use, but. Mom's not home, bangs up and door. Yeah, gotta get a trombone. I have a trombone. I just need to get a new mouthpiece. Conrad, do you love us? Do you think you could ever love us? Yes, of course. I love all of you, all of the fans and everyone. It's my criteria for loving someone is usually do they like me, and then so. I'm sorry if I'm if that was like a shit post of a response, but as I said, I'm kind of hungry and getting a little weird here. American Gods is pretty good. Hannah convinced me a number of years back to go. We drove to Los Angeles to go see Neil Gaiman speak, and we ended up getting autographed copies of American Gods, or the re-release, whatever it was, the anniversary release. Patton Oswalt was there. It was pretty neat. What is love, baby? Thanks for talking to us. Yeah. Do we like you? I don't know, Leia. I think that's you're the only one who can answer that question. I mean, you are sitting in the the YouTube live stream chat for Kakos Industries right now. So unless you're a very committed troll, the rules, and so do I. Stop. I'm love. No, stop. Oh no, you guys never annoy us.
It's Bilquist.
Bilquist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I really do want a snack, but I'm just like,
Well, we're almost to the end here. We're winding down. I'm just getting goofier and weirder. I mean, you guys can keep talking to me on Discord.
why would Carla? You're
Words.
not annoying.
Yeah.
I like these streams too.
Yeah, this is fun for us. You know, I've said this before, and I probably say
just
it
wait.
in every live stream. It's just the mic's super sensitive.
Yeah.
You know? I've said this before, and I think I say it in every stream, but you know, putting out a podcast can be kind of weird because there's not, you know, like when you're doing a live show, even if people didn't particularly feel that great about it, they'll usually clap at the end, and you have that sort of instant feedback for like, oh, I did something cool, or if you're telling a joke, then you get like a laugh. And for creating on the internet, you know, it's taking this very public experience with a whole lot of feedback, and then locking you in your closet by yourself. Like it's on the far extreme of that. So we like doing stuff like this because it's good to hear from you guys. It's good to get, you know, a little bit of feedback, and it's good to interact and have that social aspect and stuff. Hannah and I got to meet Neil Gaiman, which was
weird.
neat.
It was weird. Yeah.
He signs a lot of books, and I imagine he gets very tired. It smells like mothballs.
Like your grandparents. We should play Jackbox.
We're not gonna play
gonna play
Jackbox right now.
Jackbox. We're gonna play
in this,
Drawful.
Not in this stream. Not right now.
Let's do it.
You know, I have to make my own separate Conrad's bullshit
Okay.
YouTube account, because then we can do all that nonsense. Having this on the Kakos YouTube is a little tricky because, you know, some people might get turned off by it or something like that, or just like, you know, if it's not even like a Kakos themed live stream, a Kakos novel would be cool. Yeah, maybe. I'm not against the idea. Hashtag Conrad's bullshit. Yeah.
It's a lot of it.
so much bullshit. Claire Tungler me.
Drawful is like my favorite thing to do. I love it.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah, so I don't know. I have a lot of things that I'm very behind on right now in my life that I probably need to sort out before I just skip right to the cake portion, which would be creating a YouTube channel where I can just bullshit stream and play Drawful with you guys.
Oh my god, it'd be so much fun though.
Or you know, let's see, Kakos get as big as Nightvale. Yeah, we can only dream. We can only hope.
I just want to be able to go on tour for a podcast. I think that would be the dream for something. We'll have to make more podcasts.
Yeah, we might have
podcast
to
tour.
make another podcast that somehow reinfects itself with Kakos so that
Yeah.
the two of them become more popular than them individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kakos
Been
can be
blocked.
niche.
What have you been blocked by?
Why are you blocked? You shouldn't be blocked, Claire. I want you guys to come to I want to
I would very much like
very
to go
much
to
like
England.
to. I mean, I feel like we could just backpack around. Just be like, hey, it's Kakos Industries. We're gonna hang out in the pub and
In the pub.
read
in the
out.
600-year-old pub.
Yeah, we'll write an episode that we'll just do in the pub.
Where the doors were made for much smaller people and Conrad has to duck.
He really does have to die.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, guys. I think we've had a time here, so I think
We have had a time.
it's probably time to sign off. Before we go, I guess we'll save up some final thoughts here.
Yeah. So she might need to be unblocked from the. Oh, she says, but she's back. Okay. I can't even say come to Brazil because that's a meme. That is a meme. But honestly, the fact that someone might say
Maybe.
come to Brazil to us really moves me because that's hilarious and I feel very special.
Come to Australia. That'll be easy. Yeah. Well, I have a place to stay in Australia.
And I can go live with the bats.
Half of my dad's side lives in Australia.
Yeah, I can go. I just want to go work in bat
Time for
conservation
Connor to
really
sleep.
bad, guys.
No, it's not time for me to
No.
sleep. It's time for me to eat, though. It's only 1 a.m. and I have to be up at 6 a.m. Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't envy that. I'm not a morning
sleep.
person. I've never been a morning person.
I'm not even an early afternoon person
doing
right
this
now.
doing this podcast thing is I get to do it in the middle of the night if I feel like it.
I feel
So
like
what
we
I
need
was
to
gonna say,
Venmo Carla some money for coffee or something.
I don't know what you have to do today, Carla. Hopefully not much. But if you guys haven't checked out the Kickstarter yet, please go to kakosindustries.com/Kickstarter. We just added some bonuses. I probably should have mentioned this at the front of this because no one is gonna watch till the end of this after we're not live anymore. And if you're here watching this after we're not live anymore, then you're
Sorry.
awesome. But I'm gonna read a bunch of stuff when I'm done with the
Okay.
pitch. Just let me.
Oh, you're pitching. I'm sorry, I didn't.
I was gonna say we just added. We're gonna do if we can get. It's a hefty stretch goal, but if we can get there, we want to make a twine game where you get to choose your own adventure in Kakos Industries. I'm not even sure I'm gonna create. Like I thought about making the main character like a test subject, but it might just be totally open-ended. Like you end up a test subject if you think you are, or something like that. Where, I don't want to spoil too much. Dollar signs, yeah. If we were monetized, then there could be. I don't know, but we need to send Carla money.
Gotta send her some money for coffee.
All right, so I was the Kickstarter thing, and then also Patreon is great, and Nicole wants to be Denny.
Someone Peasant Helm says come to Brazil, please, and I just want to put that on. I just need a pin that says someone told me to come to Brazil because that's amazing. I'm like gonna cry. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. Carla, did you get your stickers yet? Yeah, I would very much love to come to Brazil. I'm
my
not sure
gosh.
it's in the budget right now, so keep
Someday.
sharing the show and tell people to hit up that Patreon so that we have a travel budget.
$1 literally makes him holler. Literally.
So what I need is we need a stripper pole. So we're gonna do
audio.
Amazon wish list so that someone can buy me a stripper pole.
I told
so
him
that
he should get an
anytime
Amazon
I get
wish
any
list.
pledge, you just see me sliding my ass crack down the stripper pole, just nasty, because all work is sex work. Let's see. Haven't been to the Boifs yet.
Boyd.
No.
Boyd's.
No, her boyfriends. That's where.
Boyfriends. Oh, I was like, is that a place?
Most of my friends live in Iceland, though. Rip.
Yeah, that's rough. Someone said they lived on the East Coast, which we will be on that side.
Yeah,
summer.
I think we mentioned it.
Yeah.
Nikki's on the East Coast, and I don't know what that. Anyway, so I think as there's the link to the Discord, and of course, if you're watching this at a later date, I'll try to put the permanent link in the description so you can get in on that savory Discord action. So, New York City, good place to be. Yeah, New York's
That's
pretty
where we're
great.
going at some point.
Yeah, come to Pittsburgh. I'd very much like to go to Pittsburgh. I have an old teacher I need to visit who lives in Pittsburgh.
I'd go to Florida.
Nobody comes to Florida.
I want to go to Disney
Yeah,
World
well,
so bad.
I mean,
So bad.
have you considered not living in Florida? I mean,
Maybe she is a gator trainer. It's a swamp cat.
the air in Florida is made of soup. Yeah, well, it was like 107 today outside here in Phoenix. So we say Pacific Daylight Time because nobody knows what Arizona time is. But I'm back in Phoenix, so
Yeah.
for right now. Well, I'm definitely sorry that the Denny stuff is rough on you.
I promise that you were not Denny.
Yeah, you're not Denny.
You were not Denny.
From
not worry
here
about
on,
it.
You know that you are not Denny.
You were the only person that knows that, but you know you're not
30
Denny.
minutes from Disney, and I've never been.
Let's go road trip right now. Right now, Sasha.
Yeah, I
Let's
went to
go.
visit family in Florida one time, and you know what? We didn't make it to Disney World either.
Yeah.
It's a dry heat. Yeah, fuck off.
I actually like dry heats are so much better. I can't handle what Florida's dark energy.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a point where it's so hot outside that you can't really cool off, no matter whether it's wet or dry.
I hate that. Phoenix is not a place for. I'm really sensitive to heat. Phoenix is not where I should be living anymore, but it's where I am. I'm going up north soon, which is going to be really nice, guys. I hope you can get out of Florida soon, Sasha.
If you want.
If you want.
We don't,
Well, she
we don't
says,
need to,
"Get me out."
Yeah, we don't need to shit talk Florida too bad. 6-7 years, man. Yeah, I've lived in Phoenix for most of 28.
Yeah. Glad we could help. Patchwork.
Patchwork, yeah.
We don't want Kakos to hurt
we're
anyone's
making-
feelings or make anyone sad.
104 with 89% humidity is a thing I've been through.
That is rough.
Only Patchwork has confirmation.
Only Patchwork, yeah.
The rest of you could still be Denny.
I'll just
Unless you need but anyway.
I still want to go to Brazil. I could just I can deal with it.
I heard they have the ass there.
I've heard that too.
I'm getting too loopy. I'm sorry. I need to eat, you guys.
It's bad. Like we'll go. He'll make fun of me because I didn't realize I liked girls till I was like 19, and like I'm still like not very good at
Why I
like.
make fun of you for that.
Well, no, you
Okay.
don't. But like, if I see a cute girl and I'm just like, I'm still not very subtle, and I'm always like flustered. I'm like, oh hi, and you're
No,
like,
but I love that you're not subtle. It's
good for bonding.
Yeah, we get to talk about girls and stuff.
we do get to talk about girls, which is precious
Yeah, but
time.
Carla, complaining about the weather is part of your culture, I think. Yes, eating is important. I feel like Nikki's giving us just like a subtle hint that perhaps we're getting too goofy.
No, I feel like she's just
Also,
saying
sweet
she
tea-
feels like eating is important.
Sweet tea is an abomination anywhere you go.
I'd be eating
It's
if it
true,
were
many
in
people have nice
111
spots.
a.m. Make a wish, Nicole. I eat at 1 a.m. frequently, unfortunately. Georgia is off in the summer, I bet. Complain about anything is part of my culture.
Yeah. I'm subscribed to the British people problems.
Head and
Just
Helen,
because I'm
all butts are perfect.
entertained.
All butts are perfect. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sight unseen. Kakos Industries has officially branded that ass as a great one, I guess. I hope you're an adult. All right, we gotta get off of here. All right.
I don't like sweet. I mean, I like hot tea sweet, but I don't like cold tea sweet. I like it just plain. My grandma's sweet tea could kill a man. I love it.
Actually, I should probably sign off before.
I'm glad that
okay.
Patchwork
Yeah,
feels
just say
better.
thank you. Don't tell us whether or not you're an adult. I don't need that on the video.
I feel like all of the Kakos Industries, everyone that's ever listened to Kakos Industries, officially has a great butt.
Yeah, it has the greatest.
All
butt.
butts are great.
Yeah, specifically, if your ears have ever heard Kakos Industries, then it has.
Your butt is great, as long as you are of a age where it's legal to talk about your butt in your particular state.
Okay.
Good night and good eating.
Yeah, my notifications turned back on, so we've been talking to you for too long. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream there, guys. But thanks so much
Thanks
for
for
hanging
being
out.
our friends. Oh, that's us. I haven't been looking at the stream.
Yeah. Oh, my hair is blending into the background.
Oh, no.
We probably need more light for next time.
Yeah.
All right. So take care, and we'll be in Discord probably, but I do need to eat. So all right. Bye.